Greetings and welcome to FreedomBookClub.com's Book of the Month announcement. This is my friend Guard.
Hola.
From LibertyConspiracy.com and LRN.fm. You can find him on Twitter at LRN.fm.
And Guard Goldsmith.
And at Guard Goldsmith.
True.
Oh, and Guard Goldsmith on Facebook. This guy's all over the web. Alright, and so we're here to announce the Book of the Month for this month, which is Anything That's Peaceful. By Leonard E. Read. It's an anthology of essays, which includes the classic I, Pencil.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing. That's an amazing piece. I think that I've only read a couple of pieces by Leonard E. Read, and that's one of them. Is pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Showing how free markets work.
Leonard Read, of course, one of the founding members of Foundation for Economic Education. FEE.org, and they're located in Irvington on Hudson, right next to the Hudson River. Beautiful spot in New York. I've gone there many times, and it was the first free market think tank in the United States, and I'm not sure, it might have been in the world. Yeah, so it's a great book if you're interested in economics and real free market economics and liberty. It's good stuff.
You can find that through the link which we will be posting momentarily as soon as we're done with the broadcast. I'll send that out on Twitter.
Awesome. Great choice, you voters. Good job.
Good job, and we'll show you the breakdown right now. Okay, we have in first place Leonard E. Read's book, Anything That's Peaceful, with 63.5 shares, or 49.4% of the voting total. Behind that, we had Humanity's End, Why We Should Reject Radical Enhancement by Nicholas Agar. So this will be featured again for reconsideration in 2011 in December. As our second chance book.
Awesome.
Behind that came the book Vampire Apocalypse: Descent into Chaos by Derek Gunn. I got some correspondence from Derek Gunn, and he was happy to be nominated. Sorry he didn't place higher, because it looks like an interesting read.
It's a fiction story, right?
It's a fictional story, yeah.
Horror.
Not many vampires that aren't in government, as far as I know. And behind that was, despite the attempts of many, many web robots on Liberty by John Stuart Mill. If you are a robot and are participating in our preference poll, you get 1/1000th of a vote.
That's right, and Ferb checks these things.
Right.
So
right.
Don't try to spam.
If you really are interested in the voting totals, I can supply a link to our Google Doc, which has how many votes came from where. So, and then fifth place is none of the above with 0.9% of the vote. All right, so.
Hey, Ferb, what are we listening to right now?
Oh, we are accompanied by the great and wonderful Colonel, no, not Colonel Edward Cornwallis. What is his name?
Hampton.
Colonel Bruce Hampton.
Yeah.
Colonel Bruce Hampton. Sorry about that.
The Hampton Grease Band.
The Hampton Grease Band.
Yeah, you said this is a song called Halifax.
This is a song of Halifax,
but it's a really weird song.
Yeah, this is where Colonel Bruce Hampton just sings stuff he finds in the encyclopedia.
Yeah, he was telling me, he goes, Guard, you got to hear this song because it's like very Beefheart-esque, you know, Trump mask replica kind of thing. And it reminds me of like Captain Beefheart meets like the Allman Brothers at times, and then it sort of switches over to like Captain Beefheart meets early Pink Floyd or something like that. It's kind of wild. It's very strange. It's almost like little Flaming Lips from 1971 style. You know, yeah. It's weird.
It's way cool. It's the worst-selling album in Atlantic Records history. So it's a double album. And I'll put that link up so you can buy that too.
Hampton Grease Band.
And a Hampton Grease Band, music to eat.
Yeah, you put that on. Put it on with the Shags. You'll have all your friends leave.
No, this is way above the Shags.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
That's true.
Okay. Well, we're going to go through our 4 finalists, so we're going to go back to the screenshot so you don't have to look at us squint. Okay. The 4 finalists are Ragamuffin, finalist A, which we have
Ragamuffin
right here, I think. Yes,
okay.
There it is. Okay.
All right.
We're going to have Guard read an excerpt from the review I found from Prometheus Unbound.
Okay. Now, this is Ragamuffin by Tobias S.
Buckell, Buckell, and it's connected with the Sci-Fi Channel. They're publishing this, which is quite interesting. They have a publishing house.
Yeah, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was just looking over here in the cover, and that's pretty cool. So it looks like science fiction adventure, and as we have some information here, the person who reviews this, as I mentioned in my review of Crystal Rain, I enjoyed reading Tobias Buckell's debut novel, but I enjoyed reading the sequel, Ragamuffin, from Tor 2008, so it's Tor connected with the Sci-Fi Channel, even more. This may be because Buckell has grown as a writer, or maybe because Ragamuffin is more a traditional galaxy-spanning space opera, one of my favorite subgenres. But another reason is that there are more prominent libertarian themes in Ragamuffin than there were in Crystal Rain, enough that it was a finalist for the 2008 Prometheus Award. So, interesting. Ragamuffin by Tobias Buckell, Buckell, and if you go to, of course, Freedom Book Club, you can check it out, and if you're interested, you can buy right off the bat through the link.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to go back and look at finalist B, if I can find out where I'm going. Here we go. Which is called Bring a Gun to School Day, a novella by Darian Warden. Some of you may be aware of Darian Warden, as he is associated with a good friend of the club. His name is Bile.
Bile!
But let me read a little excerpt from a review I found for Bring a Gun to School Day. The reviewer is named Jim
Lashinsky?
Lashinsky, yes.
Okay.
There's something about a good teen angst novel that really resonates with me. Even as a 42-year-old, you'd think a quarter of a century since leaving high school would have given me some detachment. And it has for the most part. But every once in a while, the old feelings of frustration, anger, and cynicism come rushing back as vividly as if I were 16 all over again. Rereading Catcher in the Rye, for example, makes me feel like a teenager, and not in a good way. Darian Warden's powerful first novel, Bring a Gun to School Day, had a similarly disturbing effect. Eric Schilding, like Holden Caulfield before him, is the perfect embodiment of the alienated male teen of his day. Of course, in Holden Caulfield's day, a fascination with guns would have characterized him as a healthy, normal young man. Times have changed.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool. Bring a gun to school
Bring
day.
a gun to school day.
Is this also, you can link through Amazon? And,
Yes.
and that's great.
It's
that
right
it's
here.
available
You
on
can
Amazon.
buy it right here.
Excellent, that's great.
And so the third finalist C is Anarchia, and Guard will read a selection from the Anarchia,
Okay.
a review by Wally Conger.
All right, Wally Conger writes for Amazon.com. What if rocket scientist Werner von Braun hadn't worked for the Nazis before and during World War II, but instead had made aerial weapons for the anarchists in Spain? What if, while fleeing Europe and her arms manufacturer husband Fritz Mandl on her way to Hollywood, actress Hedy Lamarr had met, inspired, and become the lover of von Braun? What if, instead of being crushed between the Republicans, communists, and nationalists, fascists, during the Spanish Civil War, disparate anarchist factions had successfully linked arms and won out with the help of von Braun's rockets? Those are a few what-ifs addressed in Anarchia, Anarquia, a sci-fi alternate history of the Spanish Civil War by Brad Lineweaver and J. Kent Hastings. I've had a copy of this novel for a few months, and I'm not sure why it took me so long to get to it. I'm glad I finally did, says Wally Conger for Amazon.com. Okay.
Okay, and
So Anarchia.
Anarchia.
I like that.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, and so finalist D is Sock by Penn Jillette. I think this is his debut novel.
Cool.
And I will read this review found on
Goodreads.
Goodreads.com. I get a lot of reviews from them. It seems there's a lot of disparate opinions about books. So this is from Mike.
Mike's review
Mike's
at
review.
Goodreads.
Yes, and I will link up to this later so you guys can check out Mike's other reviews. Sock. What a surprise. Granted, it has been out a few years, but I had not heard anything about its existence, let alone how well or poorly it was written. Not quite what you would expect from the co-author of Cruel Tricks for Dear Friends, but then again, in some ways, it is.
Yeah.
I see that good readers don't rate it on average quite as highly as I did. I can understand that. It's choppy in some ways, but not because of lack of interest. I think that elements of this book take more effort to get through, and that may annoy or dissuade some readers. Personally, I found it to be a medium-paced read, which was a nice change of pace from the books I read around it. I like the characters, premise, and evolution of the story. I think that it's a book that will deserve a reread in the next year or so. Why, if it's a mystery? Because the pattern of the story will rest better in familiarity. Should Penn have kept it more traditional? No, that's part of what makes the book the quality of book that it is. But like other involved and well-written stories, it can stand another look or two.
Interesting. So it's a mystery story, and it must be kind of difficult, a difficult mystery in a way. So he doesn't do it in the typical format.
Right. Well, the main character is a sock puppet or a sock monkey. So
Awesome. Oh, sock monkey. You can't go wrong with that. Penn Jillette, man.
Penn Jillette. Okay, so those are our 4 finalists.
So
You can go and to the voting page, which looks like this.
get on over to the website.
Oh snap! It doesn't look like that. It does not look like that. You can go to the voting page, and then it will.
When it's repaired.
No, it'll look like that. It's just the network.
I
My
see.
computer's running at over 80% capacity.
I see. I see.
So
So
it's-
couldn't load it.
It's having a hard time. But we will be signing off by saying, "Oh wait, I have a prop for this."
Oh wow.
We will have
Oh, this is
a
great.
representative from Kentucky's basketball team, the University of Kentucky, I think. His name is Anthony Davis, and he's going to say,
Be seeing you.
"Be seeing you."
That's great. The prisoner symbol is everywhere.